What's going on, movie fans? Welcome to Movie Rounders Live. This is our Halloween and Horror Edition episode. I'm Matt. We've got Bethany. We've got Michael Voorhees still down there. We've got Daniel, who looks like Gandalf over there. And Tony will be joining us shortly. He had his daughter's soccer game to be at, so you'll see him pop in here as well. We're going to see if we can do 5 of us. If not, we'll interchange some of us out here. A very special night for you all tonight, though. So we're excited for you all to join us. As always, throw in those comments over there so I make sure that they're working, because this would be a bad night for them not to work. Because we've got a special 2-bracket horror movie night for you. So the way tonight's going to work is we're going to answer all of your Halloween movie and TV questions, all your horror movie and TV questions. We've already got some that were submitted that we've got in here. We've got some for each other that we've come up with. So looking at bootleg police there. So welcome, Sarah. So our comments are working, so that's the first good sign, as always. We have 2 brackets for you. So the first bracket that we have is more of your franchise movies that have a whole lot of franchise to them. The second bracket is more of your standalone type horror movies. And then we're going to pick a winner from each one of those, and they're going to clash off at the end, and we'll figure out what's the best horror movie of all time. So we're excited for you all to join us as thank you for liking all the costumes that we've got going on here. All right, we're going to start off with just our first question. This was submitted to us from my Aunt Wendy, and it's best kill scene. Best kill scene in a horror movie that you've got. We're going to start with Phil. Phil, give us your best kill scene in a movie. And you all go ahead and throw in your questions over there. We're going to get to your live questions as well.
Uh-oh, guys, I got a haunted mask situation.
Phil's having trouble with the mask already.
Oh,
Already some wardrobe malfunction here. Phil, best kill scene in a movie. What do you got?
I knew you guys wouldn't hear me with the mask on, so I had to take it off. Wow, this is tough. I think a best kill scene. There's so many great kill scenes that I really, really enjoy. But one that truly comes to mind is a great scene from Leprechaun 3, in which our leprechaun friend pretends to be a magician and saws a magician in half in front of a live audience. And, of course, everybody thinks it's just a simple old magic trick while he's sawing the magician in half. And then the leprechaun does the reveal where he opens up the box after he's done sawing through it, and all of his blood and guts spill out all over the ground. And the audience is like, whoa, that may have just been legit. I don't know how that one sticks with me. It's definitely not a great movie, but that kill is something that I haven't forgotten and something I always think about when I think of great kills. So I'm just going to give a shout out to the Leprechaun franchise because we probably won't hear about that franchise much tonight.
All right. My mom says Kevin Bacon in Friday the 13th is her favorite. Y'all over here comment your favorite kill scenes in movies, in horror movies, not all movies, just in horror movies. Give us your favorite kill scene over in the comments. Daniel, what is the best death scene for you?
Okay. For me, it's about memorable and awesomeness. If you've ever seen Tucker and Dale versus Evil, there's a wood chipper scene. It is the best kill scene ever because how do you go flying head first into a wood chipper? Like, to me, that's just, I mean, it's funny and it's hilarious and it's gross and it's perfect. And the way they do it with the innuendo, the guys, looks like the guy's like feeding him in there, but he's not. It's hilarious. It's great though.
All right, Josh, I completely agree. That opening scene from Ghost Ship is pretty amazing.
Good.
Yes.
Really
All right, Khaleesi, tell us your favorite best kill scene.
I adore the final scene in Ready or Not. They went full camp with that movie at the end, and that's the actual best scene where it's just exploding bags of meat, basically.
Yes.
And there's just blood everywhere, and she's just standing there like, oh my, like that actually happened, you know? So I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but people explode. So there you go. You can't get better than that.
Bentley going with the first kill in Jason Goes to Walmart, which is something Bentley really wants to do, is Jason goes to Walmart because he goes everywhere else. So the best kill scene for me, it's not the best kill but it is just the best killing scene overall. It's the most iconic. I'm going with the drain scene from It. It was great in the miniseries. It was scarier in the miniseries because Tim Curry is just that creepy. But in the new one, they did it just as well. It's the Georgie death scene in the drain where he just pops up and just takes his arm and rips it right off and then just sucks him down into the sewer. That's definitely my favorite kill scene. So let's see what some of you else. Oh, this is a great one too. The garage door from Scream. That's a great one. Shanna, the lawyer being sliced by the door in 13 Ghosts.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
Matt, go to Mackenzie. She has a really good one too.
Right. Yeah, I showed Mackenzie earlier. Axe in the open mouth and the wrong turn. That's a great one. All right, so these are some good ones. What else you guys got? The eye-popping scenes in Scanners from Norman here.
Yes.
Matt,
All right.
one that needs a shout out. It's not really a kill scene, so I don't know if it counts, but the Final Destination 5, as it were, the gymnastics scene is hands down one of the only times where I literally had my jaw drop in the theaters. Was not expecting the scene in the gymnastics stadium, and that one blew my mind. That's a good one too.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got one from Tyler. My buddy Tyler here says, favorite moment someone bested the killer.
Good one.
While y'all think about that, I'm going to let Phil go first. Favorite moment that someone bested the killer. Phil?
Come on, guys. It's got to be Scream. Nev Campbell situation. It's an iconic moment where she's just been terrorized and harassed by her boyfriend. By two guys.
Or two guys,
or two people, or maybe one. I don't know. For a large portion of the movie.
Four.
Scream. If you haven't seen Scream, you deserve to have it spoiled. But anyway,
yes, Mackenzie. Yes,
it's a great moment with Nev Campbell rejecting the final scare by just putting one between the eyes of the killer, and she just says, "Not in my movie," and that'll always go down the best moment someone bested the killer.
Agreed.
I'm gonna go with a very bad franchise movie, and I'm gonna go with Halloween Resurrection. For a long time, you'd seen Laurie just get bested by Michael so many times, but that opening scene from Halloween Resurrection, where she finally just bested him and just shows up on the roof and caught him in the trap and everything. Now it all went south from there, but she at least bested him to that moment. So I really enjoyed that. Off the top of my head, I'm going to go with that one. Daniel?
Okay, I'm going to go with Freddy versus Jason when Jason was besting Freddy because, Freddy's sort of like this ominous character that, he's not used to being bested. So those scenes where they were going at it and he was taking his lunch money. It was pretty good. All right.
Bethany?
I'm going to go back to Ready or Not. She, this is, they're obviously the family's not trained for that or anything. It's, once in a lifetime, once in a generation type thing that happens. But again, she's this little blonde girl in a wedding dress who is literally outsmarting them at every turn. She punches a kid in the face. And, she doesn't end up dying at the end of the movie. So I'm gonna have to go with that one. She nailed it, especially for someone that went into that whole scenario blind, had no idea what was going on until, about 20 or 30 minutes into the game or whatever. So.
Good stuff. All right, so we're going to hold off on your guys' questions for just a moment, but we want you to keep submitting those all night long, but we're going to hold off for a second because we're about to jump into our brackets. Now, the way I did this, in case some of you were a little late coming in, we have the first bracket, which is more of your franchise-type movies that have many in the franchise, and then the second bracket is more of your standalone-type horror movies. Now, some of them have remakes, a few sequels, but they really just kind of stand alone on their own in the second bracket. So I kind of want to split it up because there's so many different horror movies. And then the winner from the franchise bracket will take on the winner from the standalone bracket for best horror movie of all time. So for anybody new, I'm going to show you the matchup. We're going to pick, the four of us, and then everybody in the comments are going to pick, and whoever gets the most votes, they move on to the next round. And Bethany and I agreed beforehand that my buddy has texted in his picks since he is working. Shout out to Alex. So I have his picks here as well. So his picks will count for at least the first round. So let me bring up, here is the first bracket. It is the franchise movies. And our first matchup, remember, these were all done by IMDb ratings. So don't yell
He's
at
lying,
me.
Matt
I went by
doesn't.
the IMDb ratings, and IMDb was not didn't like these movies as much as I did. Otherwise, you wouldn't see Scream as a 6 seed. I can tell you that. But so our first one is going to be the number 1 seed, Halloween. And we're talking about the original movies. We're not talking about the entire franchise. I wanted to make that clear. You're talking about the original movie, not the entire franchise. So Halloween versus Friday the 13th. We're going to start with Phil. Halloween or Friday the 13th? Y'all get your votes in over here in the comments of which one you want to see win. Phil?
Well, I'm glad you made that clarification, because if it's entire franchise, it's Friday the 13th. I think it's overall stronger than the entire Halloween franchise. But if it's on the original movie, then it's easily Halloween. Halloween is miles better than the original Friday the 13th.
All right. Y'all comment Halloween or Friday the 13th on the side. Daniel?
I'm going to go with Halloween.
All right. Bethany?
Halloween. Like, I love Jason. He is my favorite. But I mean, Halloween is just, it's somehow, they're both iconic, but Halloween just kind of edges it out.
All right. I'm going with Halloween as well. It's the better movie, and I enjoy it so much more. If we were talking about some of the other Friday the 13th, it might get a little dicey. But all right. So that's 4. And Alex also voted for Halloween. So we're going to add that in for 5. My dad here and his lovely wife, CJ, voted for Halloween. So that's 6. Josh, that's 7. Mackenzie with Halloween, 8. Norman with Halloween. Wendy with Halloween. Tyler with Halloween. Shanna, Jamie, Corey, my mother, all Halloween. So that's going to be a clean sweep for Halloween.
15 and
I don't think we've ever seen a clean sweep of that magnitude before. So Halloween is definitely going to take it here in the first round.
I'd like to change my vote to Friday the 13th just to give some love to the franchise. It's an amazing franchise, just not an amazing first movie.
All right, y'all get ready because we're going to move on to the next one here in the bracket. So y'all get ready to vote once again. We've got the number 4 seed, Nightmare on Elm Street, against the number 5 seed, The Evil Dead. So I expect this one to be maybe a little bit closer, but we'll see. We're going to start with you, Daniel. Nightmare on Elm Street or The Evil Dead?
That's tough because I love both of those movies. But I'm going to have to go with Nightmare on Elm Street.
All right. Bethany?
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead. All right. Phil?
I like both of the movies the same. I'm not a huge fan of either, but I'll just say Nightmare on Elm Street for the franchise alone.
All right. I'm also going to go with Nightmare on Elm Street. I like it a little bit better than Evil Dead. So that was 3-1 in favor of Nightmare on Elm Street. Let me check real fast because I think Alex said Evil Dead. Let me see. Yes, Alex said Evil Dead. So that's another one for Evil Dead. And we'll start bringing it up. Remember, y'all throw in there Nightmare on Elm Street or Evil Dead. Start with Tyler. So that's Nightmare. All right, Bethany, keep it count for us. That's 5-2 for Nightmare. That's 6-2. Another one for Nightmare on Elm Street, 7-2. Shanna with Nightmare, 8-2. 9-2. Corey, 10-2. Bentley. And my dad coming in with 11-2. Nightmare on Elm Street. Well, thank you all for those votes. We got another one here. Cindy, Bethany's mom, coming in with Nightmare as well. So almost clean sweep. I didn't expect it to be that
drastic.
Yes. So Nightmare is going to move on against Halloween on that one. And just so that I don't want to keep people in suspense of the other bracket so that y'all just pick one and then got the other bracket that comes. All right, hold on. We're going to try something here. I hope this doesn't break it. We added Tony in here. Everybody say hi to Tony. Tony was out with his daughters for a soccer game. So everybody say hello to Tony. And there's 5 of us in here now. So
this is my spooky lighting.
Yeah, spooky lighting for Tony. He didn't dress up, but he's
guys.
got
I'm gonna have to get off. Tony's lighting's way too spooky, and I just can't look at it.
All righty, so we've got. All right, so that was Halloween. Moving on, Nightmare on Elm Street. Moving on. So now we're gonna go to our next bracket, so that we don't finish one bracket before we start the other one. So in the next bracket, these are your standalone type movies. Like I said, some of them have sequels. Some of them have remakes, but they really just kind of stand alone on their own. So we've got number 1 seed, The Shining, against number 8 seed, Blair Witch Project. I know my brother's going to have a field day picking that one. Phil, Blair Witch Project, The Shining. Y'all pick your votes over here on the side. All right, Phil, which one are you picking?
Yeah, this one kind of stinks because they're both in my top 50 movies of all time. I love both of these movies. Just because I think The Shining is going to win easily, I'm going to say The Blair Witch Project because Stanley Kubrick had nothing to do with The Blair Witch Project. And while The Shining is a great movie, I hate Stanley Kubrick. So I'll go Blair Witch Project.
All right, I'm going to go The Shining just because I like The Shining more than Blair Witch Project. And The Blair Witch Project is a good movie, but I like The Shining more. Tony?
I'm going to go with The Blair Witch Project. Even though The Shining is a classic, the Blair did it in a way that no one had thought about for marketing. It was unique, and a lot of people were like, is this real? Is it not? And there was a lot of kind of buzz around it. I wasn't a huge fan of the shaky camera stuff, but I was really impressed with the way they did the marketing. So I'm going to go with that.
All right, Bethany?
The Shining, because I hate the Blair Witch Project.
Daniel?
Yeah, I'm the same way. I love the marketing. I love the gimmickry of it. I was in the theater watching the little movie on like just a quarter inch of the screen. I bought into the whole mess of, they found this footage. But the movie at the end of it is just a tank. In my opinion, the story is left crappy. And The Shining is amazing. So I just have to go with The Shining. So.
All right, so that's 3 for The Shining, 2 for the Blair Witch Project. Alex also picked The Shining. All right, so that's 4. Alex is my buddy who has texted in his picks because he's at work and we don't want to get him in trouble with his boss. All right, so let me get back up here to the top. All right, so we've got my Aunt Wendy with The Shining, so that's 5-2. Bentley with The Shining. Let me make sure I didn't miss a pick. I didn't. All right, we've got Mackenzie with The Shining. Tyler with the Blair Witch Project. So I believe that is 7-3 now.
Yes.
All right. Sarah with the Blair Witch Project because I've seen it. All right. That's a good reason, I guess. Norman with the Blair Witch Project. All right. All right. My dad with The Shining. Shanna with The Shining. Josh says tough, but Shining. Jamie's going to go with the Blair Witch Project. So I believe that's 10-6. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. We've got my mom with the Blair Witch Project. Tim with The Shining because it's good, but it also gave us Dr. Sleep. That's very good. All right. First horror movie I ever saw in a theater, The Shining.
Oh, wow.
All righty. And then Brian has now joined us, also says The Shining. So The Shining will move on
13-7
as the 1 seed, and we're getting a lot of votes here. We thank you all for them
That's
votes.
20 votes, man. That's awesome. Keep it up.
Yeah.
A lot of votes, guys. We thank you. And we've got one more vote coming up before we're going to get back into questions, your questions from each other. We're going to go one more vote just to balance it out, and that is the number 4 seed, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, against the number 5 seed, 28 Days Later. We had somebody in our comments ask for 28 Days Later to be put in here, and we listened to our commenters, so we dropped it in. All right, so we've got Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 28 Days Later. I'll go first. I'm going with Texas Chainsaw Massacre just because the original was very good, and I really enjoy the ending. The ending is one of the greatest ending shots of all time. Daniel, which one are you going with?
Texas.
All right. Phil?
Say your Texas accent.
Open the door. Exchange.
All right.
Texas.
Bethany, what do you got?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre because I've seen the original, but I saw like when they did the remix a couple years ago, Texas Chainsaw 3D, and my friend punched herself in the face because she was peeking over her 3D glasses and a jump scare happened and she punched herself in the face, and like she was only there because I made her go. So
all right. Tony?
I'm going to go 28 Days. For me, I really didn't like Texas Chainsaw. It was a little bit too much on the gory side, and
It was tough.
And 28 Days kind of wasn't it the first to kind of introduce the fast zombie,
Yeah.
The super quick stuff, and that to me was
good.
you kind of had in mind, zombies, you can outrun them. What's the big deal? And then all of a sudden they come out of the gate with these super fast ones, which kind of changed up everything a little bit for me. So I'm going to go with that.
All right. Alex also chose 28 Days Later, so that is 4-2 in favor of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And now we're going to get to your live votes here. We've got Wendy with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Bentley with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. All right, we got 28 Days Later from Norman, Sarah with 28 Days Later, my mom with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Shanna with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Cindy with Chainsaw. All right, we've got Josh with I love 28 Days Later, but Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a masterpiece, so he's picking Texas Chainsaw Massacre, as is my dad and my sister Corey. Tyler says this is hard, but I have to say Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Brian going with 28 Days Later. He's the one who suggested it, so I would hope he would pick that one. And Jamie with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I believe that's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm not sure what your count is up to, but I know I said it a whole bunch. So
I think we're 14.
14-5 there. So
Yeah. So one person hasn't voted.
Yeah.
The 20th person, get in here.
We'll get that 20th person back in here. We will. But so Texas Chainsaw Massacre will move on, and that is the left side of both brackets. So we'll come back to the right side of both brackets after we get to a few more of your questions. So this is the time if you guys want to submit any Halloween TV, movie, horror TV, movie questions, go ahead and get those submitted. We had some that were brought in earlier. We did best kill scene that was asked of us earlier. Right now, we're going to do best horror movie villain. This one was submitted by Brian. And we're going to go ahead and start with Daniel. Best horror movie villain.
Okay. Best movie horror villain to me. And I don't know how many people have seen this, but if you've ever seen the Omen, there's a little kid in there named Damien. That kid is terrifying. That's one of my worst nightmares, to get married to somebody and they have children already. Or even my own demon spawn become this horrible, evil child who's trying to kill everybody and can mind control things. And I mean, it's just a nightmare. That kid is like what nightmares are made out of, and I don't want to meet him.
All right. Bethany, best horror movie villain.
Michael Myers. He's the personification of evil. Like he's no emotion. He's out here to kill. He had one bad night as like a 6-year-old, and he was just like, you know what? I'm gonna ruin everyone's Halloween forever. I'm not gonna die. I'm just gonna keep coming back and killing people, and I don't care what the laws of physics and science and existence say. I'm Michael Myers.
Tony, what do you got?
Mine's kind of an alien. It from the invasion of the body snatchers way back. You had this entity that would clone people and could turn them into evil. So everyone ends up being evil throughout the whole movie. And at the very end, they think they've gotten away, and they find the other person you thought was the star of the movie, and then he's turned too. And it was just like when I have nightmares and I'm running, I'm usually in that kind of scenario where everything you turn is bad, and you think that you can't get away from it. So that to me was the ultimate evil kind of, because it encompassed everybody by the end of the movie.
Oh yeah.
All right, Phil.
My name says it all. Michael Voorhees. Equally.
He spelled Voorhees wrong earlier, by the way.
Yeah.
Lies. They spelled it wrong. I spelled it right.
All right, going with Michael Voorhees. I'm actually going to go with Freddy Krueger. He talks. He's quippy. He swears. He's got foul mouth, and he tells you what he's going to do, and then he ends up doing it. Unless
doesn't Chucky swear too? So
Chucky's great. Chucky was on the short list too. I enjoy Chucky, but I'm definitely going to go with Freddy Krueger as long as you don't have the final girl in there smacking him around. Even then, he's still funny. And he was hilarious in Freddy vs. Jason, too. He helped carry that movie as well. So I'm going to go with Freddy Krueger. He's just my favorite. All right, so I'm going to come up here and try to get to some of these questions that you all had submitted in here real fast.
I've got one, too.
All right, Daniel. Hold on one second. All right, we've got one from Cindy. What is the worst horror movie of all time?
I got one.
Go ahead.
All right, Bethany, right off the top.
Black Christmas 2019.
Don't steal my answers, Bethany. You can't steal my answers.
Also, any of the I Spit on Your Graves. So I'm going to steal all of the answers because those are easily the worst horror movies ever made in existence.
All right. Phil, what is the worst horror movie ever made?
Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
And that is the correct answer. It's Rob Zombie's
that the one
Halloween
with the
2.
unicorn?
Yes. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is definitely the worst horror movie of all time. Daniel, Tony, I see you guys looking at computer screens trying to look it up real fast. They're not so much off the cuff as we are here.
I'll tell you, and you tell me if you can name it. It had who played the Morpheus in The Matrix?
Jared Leto?
Lawrence Fishburne.
All right, so you had him, and then you had the guy from Jurassic Park.
Sam Neill?
Sam Neill and that dude were in a sci-fi movie in space, and it was easily one of the worst horror movies. Do y'all know what I'm talking about?
Nope, so bad we don't even know what you're
Oh,
talking
look
about.
it up.
I think Sam Neill was in Event Horizon, but
That's it. Event
Oh,
Horizon.
there you go.
Oh, Event Horizon was one of the ones that somebody wanted to be in the movie bracket. So
Oh, hated it.
No, Josh. Black Christmas, it
Hated
didn't get a bad rap. It's a bad freaking movie.
Oh no,
Okay.
Black Christmas is a terrible movie, Josh.
I went on a rant in our review about that. That movie is terrible. It is disgusting.
Hey.
It should never have been made. The
Yeah,
original one, not that bad. But that one, freaking garbage.
Yeah.
Leprechaun Back in the Hood, that was a bad one. Let's see. Don't you dare trash talk about Horizon, Tony. Yep, that was
bad.
Brian who wanted it.
Bad.
All right, Daniel, go ahead and ask your question before I get into some of these other ones real fast.
Okay. My question is, if you had to be stuck in a horror movie, which one would it be?
Ooh.
If you had no choice, like of being there, you had to pick one, and you were instantly transported into this terrorizing world. What would be the horror movie that you would have to figure out how to live, or either just say, "Hey, it's done, it's over with"? What would that be?
Species.
Huh?
What?
Species.
What is that?
Interesting.
Hold on, say it again.
I said species.
Oh, so
Oh,
Because aliens are interesting.
yeah. Well, she was very interesting, I think, too. So,
I got mine.
what is yours?
all right, Tony.
Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, that's a good
Ah,
one
yes.
there.
That's
That's a
good,
good.
Tony.
Every time it comes around, you get to pick a new thing. So
Yeah.
I kind of like Nightmare on Elm Street myself. I mean, the whole visual. But go ahead, Bethany. I'm sorry.
Well, I just saw the Chucky one. I didn't even think about that. I think I'll go with Halloween because I'd never go anywhere by myself. The doors are always locked. I got a shotgun and I've watched a horror movie before.
Good.
I'll go with Saw. I'm a pretty smart guy. I think I can get out of those traps. I think I could survive that. I definitely saw off my leg to get out of there. I
Oh,
will.
the nightmare. Whew.
Bring on the night. Oh yeah, Corey, go log off. Corey hates it because she thought it was
Post
a
Todd's
scary movie.
comment because Todd is very valid.
Hold on, where am I at?
Todd's
Todd.
comment about Black
God,
Christmas.
Bethany, you're so right, Black. Yes. All right, so we're gonna halt up on your questions. I know I missed some of them up there, but we got to get back into the bracket here on the right side of the bracket. While we have you all here joining us, answering these. We thank you all for answering so many of these over here. But now we're about to get into the right side of the bracket. We're gonna go back to the franchise ones, and now we have the number 2 seed Saw against the number 7 seed Child's Play. Y'all vote on the comments, Saw or Child's Play. I think I know where this one's about to go. We'll start with myself. I'm going to go with Saw. Saw had one of the greatest endings I've ever seen. It left my jaw on the floor, and I still think it's top 3 twist endings of all time. So I'm going to go with Saw.
I would assume you would go with Saw because the fact that you picked that as the franchise, you would want to try to survive.
That too. And also, Chucky didn't get good until Bride of Chucky, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So Tony, Saw or Child's Play?
I wasn't a Chucky fan, and like you're saying, the twist at the end of Saw was amazing. So I always kind of feel like I catch what's coming and did not see that coming until the end. So I'll go Saw. So.
All right, Bethany?
Saw.
All right, Phil?
Well, because we're not doing franchises and only doing the original movie, I'm going to go ahead and go with Saw.
Saw. Daniel?
Okay. The child shall not pass. It's Saw for me.
All right, so it's clean sweep of Saw. Alex also picked Saw, so that would be 6 for Saw. Let me get back up here. I ran behind on some of these. Bentley says Saw. It's his favorite horror movie of all time, so that's not surprising. Brian would Saw. Wendy would Saw. We've got a whole lot of Saws. And then we've got a Child's Play in here from Josh. Josh, daring to be different. Saw by a long shot. We've got another Saw. We got my dad here with Child's Play. Saw. Another Child's Play here from Shanna. Saw. Child's Play 2 is amazing.
That is a correct take. That is a correct take.
And drunk. You're all drunk, says John. So that's going to be Saw as Todd and Sky and Jamie all kind of hit at one time here. Down here, there's Sky. Here's Todd. Tim coming with Saw. All right, so it's going to be Saw moving on that first right side of the bracket. We're about to bring the bracket back up. And we've got the number 3 seed, The Conjuring, against the number 6 seed, Scream. And if one of these beats the other, then you guys will carry on the show without me. I promise you. All right, so The Conjuring versus Scream. It's time to comment one of those over there. We'll start with Tony. Conjuring or Scream?
I never saw The Conjuring, but the Scream was great, so I'm going with that.
All right, Bethany?
Scream, because The Conjuring sucks, isn't scary, and isn't a good movie. The only good one they've had was Annabelle Creation, I think. So,
right. Daniel?
Yes. The Conjuring is nothing compared to Scream. Scream is a franchise, which is amazing. It broke all the boundaries.
Daniel, pull your beard down and you can be Bethany.
Yeah. All right, Phil?
Sisters.
Yeah. I do think The Conjuring is a good movie, but it's Scream.
All right, I do like The Conjuring, but it is most definitely Scream. So, and Alex also picked Scream, so that is 6 for Scream, starting right out while I run up these comments here. And Bentley, of course, is going to pick The Conjuring because Bentley does magic. That's stupid. Scream. We've got my sister in here. Everybody say hi, Tabitha. It's Scream.
Hi, Tab.
Hi, Tabitha.
All right, we got the other sister, Scream. My mom, Scream. Norman was Scream. Shanna was Scream. Bethany's mom was Scream. We got another Scream. And we got my dad picking The Conjuring. Okay, we're going to sit down and watch Scream here, buddy. All right, we've got Sky with Scream. Tyler with The Conjuring just for me. There you go. I got to go with Scream. Bad take. I'm guessing that's saying The Conjuring is bad. Jamie with Scream. The Conjuring rules. So
it is good. I enjoy it.
I enjoyed The Conjuring, but Scream's definitely better. And Todd. So I said a whole lot of Scream in there, so I'm guessing Scream wins by a lot. So Scream's going to move on that right side. And now we've got, was there one more? Nope, that one ends that. So Saw and Scream are moving on. And on the left side, we have Halloween and Nightmare on Elm Street. So we'll get down to that final 4 here soon. We move on to the other bracket over here. And we've got the number 2 seed, The Thing, which my dad asked to be put into here. And the number 7 seed, Trick or Treat, which Josh asked to be put in here. So we've got The Thing. We've got Trick or Treat. We're going to start with Bethany. Which one is your pick? Y'all let us know, The Thing or Trick or Treat on the side.
I had to abstain from voting because I've seen neither of those movies.
All right. Bethany's going to abstain. Daniel.
I'm going to go with The Thing.
All right. Daniel going with The Thing. Phil, I know this one's going to hurt you, man.
Oh, I adore both of these movies. But the fact of the matter is The Thing is one of the top 10 movies of all time. And Trick or Treat just isn't. But, man, they're so great, both of them. But The Thing.
All right. Tony?
I got to go with The Thing. Kurt Russell. I mean, the effects of that movie for the period it was made to this day still scare me. If you sit down and watch that in a dark room, easily The Thing.
Trick or Treat just got a bad draw. I'm sorry, Josh. It really did. But it's definitely The Thing. The Thing is one of the best movies of all time. So I'm going to go with The Thing as well. So that's 4. Alex also went with The Thing. So that would be 5. And now we're going to scroll up here. I do want to throw this out here. Phil has the Halloween mask from Michael Myers. That's what he was wearing earlier. So we're going to find out. All right, we've got The Thing. And
6.
then 6. All right,
6,
so we've got Trick or Treat here. And now we go back to The Thing. Norman with The Thing. Tabitha The Thing. We've got Tim with The Thing. Because I've seen it. Even Josh himself says The Thing is a perfect movie, so Josh had to pick against Trick or Treat. All right, we got The Thing. Shannon's going to go with Trick or Treat, though. I've never seen either of those, and if they were good, Matt would have made me watch it. I don't think Corey would like The Thing, so I haven't made her watch it yet. All right, Todd goes with The Thing. Haven't seen either one. Never seen The Thing. Me either. Meredith, thank you for joining us. We've got Brian with The Thing, and I believe, and when he just adds a defibrillator scene, and Josh just wants you to know that Trick or Treat is so much fun. It really is. And Jamie hadn't seen either. But I heard a lot of The Thing, so we're going to go with The Thing. Moves on there in that round.
For any of y'all who have never seen The Thing and you want to be scared this Halloween, watch that movie. It'll get you.
The Thing is great, and it has a great ending, too.
Top 10 movie.
So that brings us to our last one on the right-hand side. And this should prove that I don't stack these things. IMDb does, because I would have never put it against The Exorcist in the first round. So we get The Exorcist against It 2017. We're not talking about the miniseries, Josh, before you say it. We're going to go with It 2017 and against The Exorcist. So y'all comment which one, Exorcist, It 2017. I'll start just because you know I'm picking It. Tony?
I mean, is it which scared you the most? Because for me, I was younger and it was The Exorcist. So
All right.
I'm going to go with that.
Tony's going The Exorcist. Bethany?
It. I don't think The Exorcist is that great, so I'm gonna go with It.
Phil?
I think The Exorcist is a product of its time. A movie like that released
It's really
today,
iconic.
a movie like that today just does not hold the same weight, and it's going to be It.
All right. Daniel?
Okay, well, I've seen The Exorcist, and I was so scared I didn't sleep for like 3 days. So I've got to go with The Exorcist on that. That
All right.
projectile vomiting it rocked my world in a bad way. It was not good.
All right. And Alex also in the final of the first round. Alex sent in all of his votes beforehand because he is working. He said The Exorcist. So that's going to be 3 versus 3 right there out. So here we go. Let's break Matt's heart. All right. Josh says, well, I'm sorry. I had Josh's up here and then everything jumped. All right. So Josh said The Exorcist. So we'll start 4-3 with The Exorcist. Now we've got It 4-4. Corey makes it Bethany's got it up there 4-6 or 4-5.
No,
there
it's
you go.
5-5.
4-5. We're
Now
right.
6.
All right. So we got The Exorcist. All right. 5-6. The Exorcist. I believe that's 6-6 now.
Yes.
All right. My dad with The Exorcist. So that's 7-6. 8-6. 8-7. 8-8. Mother. 9-8. 10-8. Oh boy. We got Cindy coming in here. Cindy's my new mom. 10-9. We got Sky with 10-10.
10-10.
We got OMG from Josh because he's so bad. 10-10. I'm still looking here.
Tim has the comment down there.
Oh, yeah, Tim has the tiebreaker.
Jamie puts
11.
clown, so Jamie is saying It because Jamie hasn't voted yet. So that's 11.
Tim
And
has 12.
now it's 11-11. Oh no, It is more
No,
enjoyable.
12.
My bad. Tim
12,
voted
10.
for It. And then we've got the
10.
original Exorcist was good as it got way back when. So she's picking The Exorcist. So I believe that's 12-11, if our
Yes.
math is correct, with It in the lead.
Calling it. Calling it.
Going once, going twice. It's going to be It. No! She beat me to it. Oh, Sarah beats me to it. It's 12-12. Oh, boy.
God.
All right. It's 12-12. I don't know if we've got another voter.
Somebody
Going
vote
once,
It.
going twice.
Somebody.
And
It's
that
12-12.
ends
You
it at
can't stop
12-12.
They're
And
both eliminated. Bring in Friday the 13th to take it.
yeah, because of my own rule, the higher seed takes it. So the higher seed is The Exorcist. So The Exorcist will move on. The higher seed always takes the tiebreaker.
Vote. This is rigged.
Yeah.
You rigged this, Matt.
I didn't rig it. I definitely
loved it.
wanted to say Tyler's not here though, and yeah. So we've got wife saying, we've got everybody else saying, we've got Kristen. So none of those count because they're not here physically. We've already called it. It was 12-12, and this killed me because I love It so much. So The Exorcist will move on that right side. We've even got another person coming in. Decknery is in with The Exorcist. So Decknery will push the Exorcist is pushed on. I thank you all for trying so hard to put it over the top, but The Exorcist moves on. So we're going to look at the brackets real fast. Your final 4 in the franchise is going to be Halloween versus Nightmare on Elm Street, and it's going to be Saw versus Scream. And then over here, it's going to be The Shining versus Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and it's going to be The Thing versus The Exorcist. I've never wanted The Thing win more in my life. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a few more of your questions before we get into those 2 final 4s. So I'm not sure. Y'all throw in some new questions down here because I don't feel like scrolling all the way back up.
There was a question that was, what's your favorite Halloween non-horror movie?
All right, favorite Halloween non-horror movie. Halloween Town.
Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost.
All right.
I love the Heck
Throw it out.
Girls.
Here we go.
Nightmare,
be a hex crawl.
Nightmare of Christmas on Christmas, or what was that one?
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas, the Tim Burton movie.
Ah,
That's a great one.
yeah.
I like it.
Hmm.
Hocus Pocus.
Claymation.
Focus is good. We got a
Yeah.
Hocus Pocus pick here. Bentley really wants to know what our favorite Saw trap is. Like I
Let
said,
me go first.
favorite is Saw. So what's your favorite Saw trap, Phil?
Let me go first. First of all, it's one that nobody thinks of, but in Saw 2, the one where she sticks her hands inside the box and can't pull them out because they got the razors on the other side. So she's just stuck there until she eventually rots away. That is easily the best Saw trap. That one is the only one that I was like, oh man, that one's got to suck. Like that one's got to be bad. So I'm going with that. The hand trap in Saw. That one got me.
All right. Anybody else got a favorite Saw trap?
What's the one where the dude is like glued to the seat of the car?
Yeah.
The glued to the seat of the car trap.
Yeah, that one. Well, there's something else going on. Like they're trying to turn the car off so someone else doesn't die or something.
It's a whole set. He's glued to the car. Somebody else is under the tire, and then someone's tied in front of it. And if they don't stop it, then it goes forward. The dude's head gets crushed by the car. The person who's in front of it gets hit, and the guy who's glued, the impact basically rips him off the seat and leaves his body behind, kind of.
Yeah, that one.
It was bloody, but hey, they were all dirtbags anyways. Who cares?
Exactly.
I like
Sometimes you reap what you sow.
Everybody say hi, Inga.
Hey, Inga!
Yeah, she stopped on by. Thank you for joining us, Inga. All right, Daniel, I believe you got another question to ask the group.
Yes. My question to ask the group is, what would be the most unlikely weapon to give a horror character? I'm saying, like, take away their axe, take away their chainsaw.
The most
what do you give?
unlikely one?
The most unlikely weapon that you would give a horror character, and that would be their signature weapon.
A
A gun, because none of them use a gun. I'm going to go with a gun. I've never seen a horror movie character use a gun. What else you got?
You never see that. See, that's a good answer. Somebody could make a movie with that and like change the whole genre. Serious.
Give him a mace. You know,
mace?
the big thing with the spiky ball in the end?
Yeah.
Give him a mace.
That's like
That
a
would work.
fantastic.
All right. Can we all agree Adam Sandler's new movie was dumb?
I haven't watched
Hubie Halloween
it.
was great.
Hubie Halloween was
Answer
fun.
Daniel's
I've
question.
actually heard a lot of people like
Cutout.
Hubie Halloween, so
To answer Daniel's question, a cardboard cutout of Bobby Boucher.
We're cut out of Bobby Boucher. Sky says a magic
Steve Buscemi.
wand.
Steve
for you, Daniel.
Buscemi.
A magic wand. A
bullet.
tennis ball of nails, Bentley says for
Ooh.
yours. A machine gun.
Yeah.
Oh, one of those
bull
sticky
whip.
hands. The sticky hands that you have to slap your friends with.
Yeah.
You
Broken
can kill
glass
someone with one of those.
A spork.
All right, so we
Fork.
did have some other ones that were in here. That this one was submitted by my aunt earlier yesterday. Best surprise kill. So I gave you guys some time to think on that one. Best surprise kill. Phil, what do you got for best surprise kill?
I don't want to double dip. And even though something was expected, what I got was unexpected. I'm going back to the gym scene in Final Destination. Of all the things that could have happened in that gym, I was not expecting what we got, and it still haunts me to this day.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Jason Takes Manhattan, and when Jason chases the guy up onto the roof of the building, and he just fights back and fights back and fights back and basically boxes himself out tired, and then Jason just takes one swing and takes his head clean off, and it falls all the way off the building. I definitely was not expecting that. So anybody else with a best surprise kill? Tony?
I don't know if this counts as a horror movie, but what was the shark movie where Samuel L. Jackson gets it?
Deep Blue Sea.
Steve
Deep
Buscemi.
Blue Sea.
At the end of that big classic speech, and you think he's come in to save the day, and bam! I did not see that coming. That was a good surprise kill.
All right,
That's
Tapper, you're talking
Jason.
about Jason X right here. Just want to throw that out there. Daniel?
Okay, mine is going to be will have to be Charlie Graham in Hereditary when the little girl loses her head. Oh my God, I was not expecting that, and I
That's a good
literally
one.
my mouth like fell on the floor and did not come back off the floor for like 5 minutes. I was so shocked. I was just like, I literally it scared the crap out of me.
The entire
Yeah.
the 3 minutes of that sequence were just so wrenching.
Yeah.
She stopped crying and she was at the funeral. It was bad.
Wow. Oh my God, that's the craziest scary movie ever. My favorite.
It's fantastic.
There's a meme on Twitter this past week that was like, because on Twitter you can only upload 4 images, and it was a picture of like the girl from that girl, and the head was like, it was so bad.
Oh my God.
Surprise kill. I'm gonna go back to Ready or Not though, the end scene of Ready or Not, because they play that movie so straight. That movie gets played so straight, and at the very end.
All right. Oh yeah. Yes.
Good one.
The movie we watched at the end, the dude got. That is not a horror movie, and we will not spoil that for anybody. But you should definitely try to watch that movie.
Whatever that movie
Sleepy Hollow,
is.
where the head falls on the floor. I can't spoil it because somebody in this chat has not seen it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's not a horror movie, but it's definitely a surprising movie kill scene.
Oh my God.
Movie death scene. All right. We're also going to throw in one more here that I had queued up in here that I gave them a little time to think about. A horror movie character that you rooted for to die the entire time. Maybe they did die, maybe they didn't die, but just somebody that you really wanted to die in a movie. So
we're talking about the good guys, not the scary guys.
Yeah, I just
anybody
I
you
just-
rooted for to die in a movie.
Just a second. Answer this one without me.
All right, Daniel. Do you have one?
Okay, mine is going to be John Doe, which is played by Kevin Spacey in the movie Seven.
Ooh.
When they killed him, I was so happy just because he was so sinister and evil, and I just like, yeah.
All right, Bethany, you got one?
The main girl in the Blair Witch Project, because she was annoying. Oh my gosh, when I watched that movie and she just kept screaming, "We've been going north!" I thought, like, yeah, obviously you haven't been going north. Like, I know, like, that's the point. They're lost in the woods, but like, she was so annoying.
All right, Tony, did you come up with one?
The guy in Aliens 2 that sets her up. What was his name? That was
Oh,
Oh, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right, we've got Winona Ryder in Stranger Things. Josh, Ready or Not was fantastic. Hold on, I'll try and think of that, Corey. Paris Hilton in House of Wax. Yes, that's good. The Blair.
yes,
The Blair Witch.
yes,
Please.
yes.
Agreed.
Yes,
The girl in
yes.
Blair Witch. Not a movie, but every character in the American Horror Story Roanoke season. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
everyone's
That's a
super
good one.
annoying.
David in Shaun of the Dead, says Ryan. Ryan, thank you for joining us.
Paul Reiser.
Oh yeah, Paul Reiser. Yeah. Tony Burke and Aliens. So Brian got that there for you. I really went back and forth trying to figure out what my answer to this would be because there's so many. I just decided to pick any child in a horror movie. Just get rid of them all.
You don't like Jamie in Halloween?
Nope. They're all there just to scream and be annoying and get you caught in the end.
She
You tell
did
them to be
not.
quiet, they don't be quiet. She does in the end get caught and dies.
Hey,
Uh,
doesn't
not
she
that-
become Michael?
Not in that specific movie, but in the later movies. The
Well, I
sequel,
know,
she
in
does
like
get
the
caught,
bad
yeah.
one, she dies, and it's
Yeah.
BS because
Whoa,
she's
that's
great.
the bad one. That's the good one. Yes,
Oh wait,
Jamie was in-
no, she's in the second one. She doesn't
Yeah,
die
she-
in the first one.
No, she's in Halloween 4 and Halloween 5. She dies in Halloween 6.
She's in the Rob Zombie ones.
No. That's
Well,
just,
it's
the
the
same
actress.
person playing a new
Same actress.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you all have any other questions before I move on to the final 4 of our movie brackets? Quick, throw them in here. I'm sure Daniel's got one more question to ask us. As you guys throw in one more question,
Okay.
you would like to work. Oh, Andrea in The Walking Dead. If I was going to pick a TV show, absolutely.
Couldn't stand her.
We're picking a TV show.
Joffrey, Game of Thrones.
No, what's her face
horror
from
TV show.
season 1 of American Horror Story?
What's the question?
Taissa Farmiga. Her character, Violet. I hated her.
All right, so just a second, Daniel, just before you get
Okay,
there.
go ahead.
We had Tyler with favorite horror remake. I got it. But I'm gonna cancel it just because that was a mini series. So I'm gonna cancel it. I'm going to say Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th remake is a lot better than most of the Friday the 13th movies.
The
definitely
one
better
with Jared Padalecki?
Yes, the one with
Okay.
Jared Padalecki. It's better than the original by far for me. To me, it's probably the second best Jason movie of all time. So I'm going to go with Friday the 13th remake. What do y'all have? Best horror remake?
Anything that's not Black Christmas 2019.
Or a remake.
All right.
Friday the 13th is a strong option. I did enjoy that one. It is better than the original.
Ooh, The Haunting of Bly Manor.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies are all amazing. I mean, the remakes are great.
Not a remake, though.
No,
The
the
3D
remake,
one,
the remake.
the Texas Chainsaw 3D was actually really good.
The Jessica Biel one is a straight remake, so that one is remake. Tony, what'd you have?
It's not a remake, but it's the new Shining that came out.
Yeah,
Oh, Dr. Sleep.
so good.
That was so good.
All righty. So just looking through a couple more of these here. Daniel, did you have one? Or you said Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Oh, wait, no, I
Daniel,
got
get another.
The Thing is the best horror remake.
Oh, I guess The Thing is a remake of something super original. So I guess
It qualifies.
Ooh, The Invisible Man from this year.
Mm.
All right. Daniel, go ahead and ask your next question
Daniel.
there.
Okay. My question is, okay, we saw Freddy versus Jason and those two like duke it out to the death. Who else do you want to see go at it? Horror.
Annabelle versus Chucky.
Who?
Annabelle
versus Chucky.
Who else do I want to say? I think we've done a version of this before. Give me
We did.
Jigsaw. Give me Jigsaw and Hannibal Lecter. Give me those two minds going at one another. I'd like to see that. Anybody else got one?
Michael and Jason, they're the two goats.
Mhm.
Throw them together, man.
The two powerhouses. They
Yeah,
great
see
tag
that.
team.
Yeah. Who would go against it?
Against Pennywise?
From outer space.
Pennywise.
Yeah, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. There you go.
John Wayne Gacy.
Okay.
All right, so that's a lot of great horror questions, and I see a whole bunch of them coming back in here. Oh, Pennywise versus The Thing.
Ooh, Tim's comment.
Yeah.
Samara Weaving, The Babysitter versus Samara Weaving, Ready or Not. Yes.
Yes, I do enjoy The Babysitter. We've got
Oh, The Babysitter.
Candyman against Freddy.
So good.
So freaking good. Have you seen the new one?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I
It's
seen the
so
new one
good.
too.
So
I
good.
enjoyed it.
Both of them are just so good.
So they're perfect.
Wow.
Lecter versus Dahmer. All right, so I got into a whole bunch of good stuff here. I'm trying
You
to
left that one real quick, Matt.
I'm trying to get as many of these in here as possible, but we do have to get back to the final four as
Yeah.
we've got all of you in here just waiting to vote. We thank you all for your votes. This is the most voter turnout that we've had. So we get into the final four here from the first bracket. We've got Halloween versus Nightmare on Elm Street. Remember, we're doing both originals, not the entire franchise. Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street. Let us know in the comments. And Tony, which one are you going with?
I got to go with Nightmare on Elm Street.
All right. Bethany?
Halloween.
Halloween.
Phil going
Michael would
Halloween.
destroy Freddy.
Daniel?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, no. And I'm going to go Halloween myself. Alex didn't make it to this round, but Alex said he's going with The Thing the whole way through. So once we get there. All right. So that is 3-2 for Halloween. All right. So let's start looking at tallies here. We've got another one for Halloween, 4-2. Everybody just came in here at once. I lost all the comment. All right. 5-2, 6-2, 7-2, 8-2. We got one for Nightmare on Elm Street, 8-3. What, Jamie? Okay. It's Jamie hates Nightmare on Elm Street. She's so afraid of Freddy. All right, I got you. All right, 8-5, I believe.
Yes.
We are now at Nightmare. 8-6. Nancy's my girl. We got 8-7. Halloween because Elm Street gave me nightmares. So 9-7. We got 9-8. Ryan coming in here making it 9-9. We've got 9-10 and 9-11. So with a two vote lead here, we've got Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm going to give it a few more seconds here to see if we've got any more votes, but that's right there.
Halloween.
We got Halloween from Todd. So that makes it 11-10 in favor of Nightmare on Elm Street.
I need someone else to get in here and vote Halloween.
So
Nightmare
going.
on Elm Street is not better than Halloween.
All right, we counted up. Going once.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no. She's already voted. She's already voted. So
Someone else vote.
going once.
Do not.
Going twice.
No.
And we got Halloween from Darby. Darby coming in at the last second. Welcome to the show, Darby, coming
I
in
take
the last
everything
second.
back that I said about Scorpios, Darby.
There we
Tyler
go.
comes in with Halloween.
Y'all
Halloween
scared me
now
for a
makes
second.
it 12-11 with a big vote coming in here. So we've got 12-11 with Halloween now coming in. And
It
I don't
is
see anybody
true.
else coming through, going once, going twice, and it's gone. Halloween is going to take it. Woo, we got close there, ladies and gentlemen. It got
I've
real
never
close.
been so happy to see Darby in my entire life.
And Sky lets us
Pretty
know
dramatic.
she's not happy. Yes, I've seen Nightmare. Oh, yeah.
I have seen Nightmare. It's not
Nightmare's
better than
not
Halloween.
He might be
It's not
asking
great.
Darby, possibly. All right, so Halloween will move on, and the closest one that I've ever seen before with Darby coming in there. We go to the right side. It is Saw versus Scream, and I'll start us off. Remember, y'all vote Saw or Scream on your comments there. I'm going with Scream, definitely. It's super easy for me, and Saw's a great movie, but Scream's better. Tony?
Scream.
All right, Bethany?
Scream, but also Dagnery D threw in a Halloween right before Darby, so she actually saved us. I take back everything I took back about Scorpios, Darby.
Yes,
So.
Dagnery did come in here just right before Darby. It got covered up because Darby just jumped over top. All right, so you said Scream?
Yes.
All right, Phil.
I just want to point out that both of these movies are in my top 50 movies of all time, but only one of them is the third greatest movie ever made, and it's Scream.
Yes.
And Daniel.
Yeah, can't deny it. Scream.
All right, so that's clean sweep for Scream. So that's 5. And oh boy, I'm trying to get back up here. We've got Scream, ain't even close. So 6, 7, 8. We've got one for Saw, 8-1. All right, 9-1, 10-1, 11, 12. Getting down the comments. You guys are really doing it. Thank you so much. I've lost count, but
13.
it's up there. 13. Saw again. So
13
we got 2 for Saw. All right, Scream.
14.
Josh would Scream. Corey.
15.
Ryan. My mother. Cindy. Tyler. The other Tyler. All right. Did I hit everybody?
No.
And we got Todd down here. Screaming. Fun. All right. So that is what? 20?
20-something to 5.
Alrighty. So look at all those.
You guys are awesome. Keep
We
it coming.
really
Yeah.
appreciate this.
That is some great voting there. So Scream is going to take on Halloween in that bracket in the finals. We'll get to that here very soon. There's so much going on. There we go. Get that off. All right. So now we move on back to the other side. I believe it's been so long. It was The Shining against Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So your voting is either The Shining or the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We're going to start with Daniel this time. Y'all vote over there. Shining, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Daniel, what do you got?
Okay, I love both of those movies, but in just like pure terror, I'm going to have to go with Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah. All right. Bethany?
I'm going to agree with Daniel on that. I am deathly afraid of rednecks in Texas.
Tony?
I'm going to go with The Shining. It was a little bit more mental, a little more scarier for me on that side, not quite so gory, although you did have some stuff. But yeah, for me, it's The Shining.
Texas Chainsaw has a few good scenes in it, but overall, the better movie is The Shining. So I'm going to go with The Shining. Phil?
I'm going to say The Shining, but there's no wrong answer here.
Right.
All right. So what was it? 3-2 in favor of Shining?
Yes.
All right. In favor of The Shining, 3-2. All right. Got to scroll back up here. Here we go. All right. So we've got, I believe we start right here. Norman, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 3-3. All right. 3-4. 4-4. 4-5, 4-6, 4-7, 5-7. Oh, okay. So 5-7. Josh says insanely hard. 6-7 with The Shining coming through. 7-7, 8-7. Now in favor of The Shining. 8-8, 9-8 Shining. 9-9, 10-9 Shining. Wow, that's hard. Texas 10-10. Josh, love my boy Kubrick, so I'm going with The Shining. 11-10 Shining. 11-11 Chainsaw. Shining is a better film, but Texas is scarier. I'll wait to break the tie.
11-11.
Shining now takes it 12-11. So, Tim, are you going to vote here for us? So we've got 12-11 in favor of The Shining. All right, we're going to see if Tim's going to just try to tie it here or if he's going to let it go. We're going to give it going 1. Going twice.
Tim, I know it's your birthday, but you have to support me.
Come on.
And it's gone. Tim is not going to vote, so it is going to be The Shining. No more voting over there, so The Shining's going to move on in another great close one. Thank you guys so much for that. And Tim's now going to say Texas, but I've already called it. So
There might be a delay, Matt. Remember our comments.
He did
There
that.
might be a delay.
Yeah, I've already called it. So as everybody can say, yeah, he's already missed it. So we're going to move on.
No, Sarah, he supports me, not you.
All right, so The Shining moves on the left side. Now we go to the right side, which is The Thing versus The Exorcist. So you all vote with The Thing or The Exorcist, and I'm The Thing. For more than just the reason of The Exorcist beating it, The Thing is clearly the better movie. Tony?
The Thing.
All right, Bethany?
I'm going to abstain again. I've seen The Exorcist. I haven't seen The Thing. I don't really like The Exorcist, so
All right, so you're
if I
going
have to break a tie, we
All
have
right.
my vote.
All right, Daniel.
I've got to go with The Exorcist. I've never been so afraid in my entire life.
All right, Phil?
The 7th greatest movie ever made is The Thing. It's an easy one.
All right, so that's 3-1 for The Thing. All right, so let's get up here to your votes. Y'all vote in Thing or The Exorcist. All right, we start here, so that makes it 4-1. We've got The Exorcist here, so 4-2. All right, so we've got 5-2, 6-2, 7-2, 7-3, 7-4. Jamie hasn't seen either. We've got 7-5. Insanely hard, but I got to go with The Thing, so that's 8-5, 9-5, 10-5. Exorcist, because I've never seen The Thing, so 10-6, 10-7, 10-8, 10-9. All right, so we've got 10-9.
What is happening?
We're all these late votes coming in, and The Thing's lead just shrank just real quick.
Yeah.
All right, so 10-9.
Some people like close vote, so they're just voting the one that needs it in order to get it close.
It's stressful.
All right, so we're giving it a few seconds here in case anybody was on delay. So going once, going twice, gone. All right, it's gone. It's going to be The Thing by 1 vote. And a lot of these are so close. So we thank you all. So we've got on the franchise side. Hold on, let me get this down. Oh, let's see, just came in just a little bit too late there, Sky. Just a little too late.
Says I missed a vote. It was 10-10.
Oh, well,
I counted with you. It was 10-9. At least that's what I saw.
Yeah, I believe I saw 10-9 as well. Just go through it one more time. All right, we had 3-1. So that's 4-1, 4-2, 5-2, 6-2, 7-2, 7-3, 7-4, 7-5, 8-5, 9-5, 10-5, 10-6, 10-7, 10-8, 10-9.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. So it was
Okay.
10-9. So yeah, I went back and checked it again. So yes, it was 10-9. So The Thing does move on. So now we move into the finals from each bracket to see who's going to take on each other in the actual finals for the best horror movie. We've got Halloween versus Scream, I believe, if I remember correctly, if memory serves. We've got Halloween versus Scream for the franchise winning bracket over here. Let's see how this is going to go. You all vote Halloween or you all vote Scream?
Hey, apparently there's a pretty decent delay on the comments for us because Tyler is saying that Sky's vote was up before
Yeah,
we
guys,
started the
don't wait
countdown.
till the very end to vote. Get your vote in as quickly as possible so the delay doesn't have an impact.
All right, so even if I did count Sky's Exorcist, which I will, The Thing still has the higher rating.
Yeah,
so The Thing
higher
still
speed.
would have moved on in the end. So it's not going to change anything. So this one is
Wouldn't it?
either Halloween or Scream, and I'll wait some
Ooh.
extra time just to see for a delay in the comments. So y'all get your comments in quick. Halloween versus Scream. I'm going to go with Scream because it's in my top 5 of all time. Even though Halloween is my favorite Halloween movie of all time, Scream is in top 5 of all time. So I'm going with Scream. Tony?
It's easy. Scream.
All right. Bethany?
I gotta think for a minute.
All right. Phil?
Greatest horror movie of all time is Scream, but there's no wrong answer here.
All right, and Daniel.
I'm just gonna have to go with Scream because I enjoyed it better.
All right.
Yeah.
My
Bethany?
heart says Halloween. My brain says Scream.
Go with your brain.
All right, so which one you going with here?
Guess I'll go with Scream.
All right, so that's clean sweep on Scream for us. So that makes it 5-0. So let me get back up here. All right, so I'm going to leave it just a little extra time here. So that makes it 6-0. Wendy says we're frozen, so we'll give her some extra time here.
I'm kind of like Elsa.
She might have some bad internet connection there. All right, so 7-0 for Scream. All right, 7-1, 7-2, 7-3, 8-3. All right, 8-4,
8-4.
8-5. Tapta does say there's a delay, so we'll give you time. All right, so 8-6. It's all good. I just want to make sure y'all okay. This makes it 9-6, 10-6, 11-6 right here with Skies. All right, we've got 11-7 with Tim's votes. All right. Oh yeah, and he's already voted. All right, so I believe that's 11-8, 12-8. It says none needs to be here without Halloween. All right, we've got 12-9,
12-10.
I believe. No, Wendy's already voted for Halloween, so I've already
Has she?
voted up.
I don't
Yeah,
think
she voted for it.
Oh, yeah, she did up top.
You voted for it up
Okay.
here, so we already have your vote, Aunt Wendy. So that made it 12-9. So unless 3 new votes come in out of nowhere here,
Let me pull up
Yeah.
Facebook and look at that.
Yeah, just be safe.
All right, so I'm seeing 12-9. It's up by 3 votes, but I'm going to give it just a little bit more time for the people that might be on delay. But just looking through everybody that's here, this looks like just about all of our voters that normally have come through. All right, so going once, going twice, gone. It's going to be Scream that takes it 12-9 with a 3-vote lead. All right, if there's 3 that just comes magically within the next 10 seconds, I'll count those. But
You know what? I just realized what the delay is, Matt.
What's the delay?
It's the 30 when we do the countdown in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
That 30 seconds. That's the delay. That's
So,
why because the Facebook stream is like 30 seconds to a minute behind us.
it is about 30 seconds.
So
but
there's a movie that won earlier that didn't get counted as one.
Yeah,
all
that's
right,
why.
Please.
but we do have Scream that moves on. So now we're going to look at the other bracket here. And the finals for that, someone helped jog my memory. It was The Shining.
The
Right?
Shining versus the
Against
Thing.
The Thing. The Shining and The Thing. The 1 versus 2 siege right here.
Oh man.
All right. We're going to start. All right. So it's The Shining versus The Thing for you guys that want to comment. And I know you're 30 seconds behind. So let us know which ones you want to win, The Shining or The Thing. We'll start with Tony.
I got to go with the one that was the scariest for me, and the age I saw it, it was The Thing.
All right. Bethany.
The Shining.
All right. Daniel.
I'm gonna go with The Shining.
All right. Phil.
They are both in my top 50, but the Thing is the 7th greatest movie ever made, so I'm going to sing. The Thing.
I too am going with The Thing. It's the better movie overall, and the ending is just so good. So that is 3-2 in favor of The Thing, and I think we're about to be in for another shootout. So I will make sure that I don't miss any of your votes. We're going to give it plenty of time. So 3-2. All right, 4-2.
Vote.
5-2. 5-3. 5-4. 5-5. 6-5 in favor of The Thing. Jamie hasn't seen either one. All right, 6-6. 7-6 in favor of The Thing. 8-6. 8-7. 8-8. 9-8 in favor of The Thing. Tim says, oh wait, Tim's already voted Shining.
Yeah.
Shining Thing and Shining. So we are still at 9-8. All right, Tyler comes in, makes it 9-9. Corey makes it 10-9 in favor of The Shining. The Shining is now winning 10-9, and I'm going to give you all plenty of time. Whoever's on delay, get those votes in as quick as possible. It is 10-9.
I got the clock started now for 30 seconds.
Yes, you got 30 seconds to get in here because we know it's at least a 30-second delay for some of you. It is 10-9 in favor of The Shining at the moment. So
Vote the thing.
everybody's just going to try and campaign for what they want.
I
Yeah.
think both of these movies lose next round anyway, so it's not a huge deal.
Yeah.
All right, where are we at in the counter there, Phil? Because I'm not seeing any
And-
more comments coming in.
30.
There you go.
We're at 30 seconds now, so that should be the delay that you guys are talking about. We're going once, we're going twice, and it is gone. As when he tries to get Jamie to vote there at the last second, but she hadn't seen either one. It is going to be The Shining. It is gone. We gave 30 plus seconds for anybody that was on delay. So that means your final is going to be Scream versus The Shining. Before we get into that final vote, we're just going to answer a few more of your questions. I'm sure Daniel's got maybe just a few more, just so that we make sure everybody gets in here, gets back on the right side of things for anybody who was mad that their movie might have lost real fast. So, real quick, Daniel, you got another question for us?
I was going to say, what is the best use of technology in a horror movie? Does anybody have any horror movies that stood out technologically?
You mean like special effects or just like the movie was about technology?
Or anything? Yeah, special effects, technology, something that stands out.
Cabin in the
Upgrade.
Woods was an interesting twist.
Oh, yeah. Cabin in the Woods, definitely.
What was your
Upgrade was really good. And that's focused on technology. I really enjoyed Upgrade. I'm not sure if it's horror, but it's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Alright.
good one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
cell
That's a good
phones and
answer.
Scream.
The voice modulator.
Yeah,
that was great.
voice modulator. The War Room and Cabin. Aliens, I guess. Just saying the technology and aliens there. All right. So
Jurassic Park.
we got
Yeah.
that question out of the way there. So hopefully everybody's come down. I gave you just a few seconds to come down because it's about to be the final for the best horror movie of all time, as voted on by you. It's been a very good, very crazy, very wacky night. So here's the final vote. Scream versus The Shining. Let us know in the comments next to you, below, up top, however you're looking at your comment board. Scream, The Shining. I'm going to go with Scream, cast the first vote, because it's in my top 5 movies of all time. Tony?
It's like old school versus new school. It's hard. I'm going to go with the Scream, new school.
All right. Phil?
It's the greatest horror movie ever made. Scream.
All right. Daniel?
It's got to be Scream. It's just a fun all-around movie, and it scared the crap out of you.
It's a screamer. And Bethany?
Scream all the way.
All right. So I believe that was everybody said Scream. So that is a clean sweep for us. We all love Scream so much. I'm sure Josh is just raging at this moment in time.
Hey, Josh,
All
to
right, so
comment
here we go.
about Kubrick, Wes Craven made more masterpieces than Kubrick, and I stand by that 100%.
And Josh will be raging here in another moment.
Shots fired.
Wes Craven
All right.
greater than Kubrick any day of the week.
So here we go.
And
We
he
got-
wasn't a jerk to his actors.
Did you ever
Maybe
see the
we're
movie?
Say that
You ever
for
see the movie K is for Kubrick? That's a great documentary about Stanley Kubrick. A lot of things I didn't know about him. I got woke up about. It was really good.
All right, here we go. We've got another one for
6.
Scream. So 6-0. We got 6-1. 7-1. Hold on. They're rolling up. All right, we got 7-2. 8-2. Of course, Josh comes in with The Shining. So 8-3. 9-3. All right, we've got 9-4 with Ryan coming in. My aunt's still saying Halloween. All right, we've got 9-5. All right, Jamie comes in, makes it 10-5. Josh saying, nah, he ain't about to rage. All right, I've never watched Scream. Oh, Tyler, we're
10
going
to
to watch
6.
Scream together, buddy. So we've
Come
got
on,
10-6.
man. It's good.
You can't really compare those two, but The Shining, so 10-7. All right. Tim just giving me, I believe this is the Scream
Scream
face. I'm going to
emoji.
take it as Scream. 11-7. I love Wes Craven, but that's not right, Phil. All right. We've got 12-7 with Scream. Welcome for giving you love scary movies. Thank you, everybody. And My Soul to Take automatically disqualifies Craven. All right. So we've got 12-7. I know
Yeah.
you're looking up there and you think it's 2-2. But it is 12-7 in
I don't
favor
have
of
multiple
Scream.
hands.
I'm going to give it a few more seconds, but I don't see a 5-point deficit coming for The Shining here. And we just, while we have this break, I want to thank you all for voting so much. This
Yes.
is the most votes we've ever had. Darby coming in at the last second out of nowhere. That shocked me.
The MVP, number one
Give me that
star
the
of the
most
game,
shocking
Darby.
moment of
That was huge.
2020 on Movie Rounders. All right, so going once, going twice. Scream is going to take it as your best horror movie of all time on the Movie Rounders set. I'm sure we won't see Josh probably for another few weeks here. We love you, Josh. And I want to thank you all for watching this episode, a Halloween episode. We got dressed up. We hope you enjoy. If you didn't notice, I'm a serial killer. We've got Khaleesi from Game of Thrones. Phil had his Michael Myers mask on. We had Gandalf down there. And we had Tony just sitting in the dark.
50-year-old dad.
Yes.
What's scarier?
Darby showing up out of nowhere like Bill Murray and Steak. Yeah, I like it.
Darby
But we
saved
thank
the
you all
day.
for watching. We're not going to have an episode next Thursday because we have fun trick-or-treating things that we have to do at the college that we work at. But be looking out on Saturday, October 31st, the actual Halloween. I'm going to do an actual Halloween bracket. We're not going to do a show, but I'm going to put the bracket up on Facebook. I'm going to let you guys just have fun with it, voting. I'm going to help encourage the voting. I'm going to see what your favorite Halloween movie is. It won't necessarily be horror movies. It'll be movies that are based on Halloween. That's where you'll see your Hocus Pocus, your Halloween Towns. Trick or Treat might be back in there because it's based on Halloween. So please vote in that bracket. It'll be up on October 31st. We thank you all for watching. Matt, Tony, Bethany, Daniel, and Michael Voorhees down there. Thank you for watching. We will see you guys next time. Movie Rounders. Visit us Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, movierounders.com. Love you all. Good night.
Bye.